Welcome to the WVU Men's Basketball Sports Chat on the dpost.com. I'm Todd Murray, along with our WVU writer, Justin Jackson. And Justin, the Mountaineers returning home to face off with Iowa State, the number 17 ranked Cyclones, on Saturday night at the Coliseum. I know a lot of Mountaineer fans who have been wearing out YouTube this week looking at video of a certain play from last year's Iowa State game. People still talking about the Dustin Hogue kick to the gut of Kevin Noreen. Has that been talked about a lot among the players this week?
You know, the players have kind of let it pass a little bit. I mean, they haven't really talked about it a whole lot. I mean, you have to kind of remember Kevin Noreen is still with the team, but he's out. He hasn't been medically cleared after off-season surgeries, and then Aaron Harris was kind of involved in that play last year, kind of in a retaliation mode. And of course, he's no longer with the team, having transferred. So basically, it's kind of Dustin Hogue is really the only surviving guy of that whole incident. And talking to him earlier this year, he knows he's going to kind of walking into a firestorm. He knows the students are going to be on him, and it's going to be heated. And he said he's just got to try to stay focused and not let it get to him. But he's expecting fans to chant and say things, and certainly West Virginia is known for having some rowdy fans and a good student section. So Hogue's ready for it. I think Iowa State will be prepared for it. They'll probably talk about it, but for the most part, I think it's more fan driven than it is really players talking about it.
Right. Interesting matchup Saturday. You've got WVU with its full court pressure, number one in steals, and you have an Iowa State team that's committed the fewest turnovers in the league. How do you see that whole thing playing out?
Talking to Coach Bob Huggins, he's not quite sure how that's going to play out. And it's kind of really, when you look at it, it's two styles kind of clashing and butting heads, and you just kind of wonder which one's going to come out on top. And the game, I think, will be interesting in that aspect. When you talk about Iowa State's, they don't turn the ball over. It kind of starts with their sophomore point guard, Monte Morris. He's, in his last 5 games, he's had 5 turnovers, and he leads the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio. As a freshman last year, he set a national record, and he has like a 4.79 assist-to-turnover ratio, and it's better this year. So he gets a lot of assists because he's got good shooters, and Iowa State's a very good offensive driven team. They space out very well, but he does not turn the ball over. And so West Virginia, number 1 in the country in steals. They thrive on getting steals and getting out in transition and trying to score that way. So it's really going to be kind of two styles butting heads, and which one perseveres will be the question of maybe which one can outlast the other one, so to speak.
The Mountaineers open Big 12 play with road wins against TCU and Texas Tech. Both of them much improved teams, but not teams that people would put in the upper echelon of the Big 12. This is about to change schedule-wise for the Mountaineers. You've got number 17 Iowa State Saturday, number 16 Oklahoma visits on Tuesday. Then you got to go to a number 10 Texas team on Saturday.
And the thing of it is, last week Oklahoma went into Texas and beat the crap out of Texas. So I mean, that Oklahoma game on Tuesday is going to be just as tough maybe as the Iowa State game coming up on Saturday. And then of course going into Texas, I don't think West Virginia has played Texas really well at all since they've been in the Big 12. So this is certainly going to be a challenging stretch of games for West Virginia. And as Devin Williams kind of said earlier in the week, they'll find out where they stand. It was good wins against Texas Tech and TCU. TCU was undefeated going into the game. Texas Tech was a young team, but then improving. But yeah, they're going to find out where they are. I mean, they've had good wins this year. They beat Connecticut in the Puerto Rico tip-off, and they went to Madison Square Garden and beat NC State. But they certainly haven't played a stretch of games like this back to back to back. And so if you can come out of it with a 3-0 record or a 2-1 record, it certainly will show that this team is, ready for the big time and ready to compete in the Big 12, I think.
All right, we'll see how it all plays out Saturday night as Iowa State comes to the Coliseum. Thank you for watching, and please continue to follow our WVU men's basketball coverage on the dpost.com.